Happy Tuesday. I'm ready. Holy potatoes. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to do a show today, but here I am. It's showtime. Excited to be here. This is my woosah time for the week, so I'm excited that I get to spend it with everyone here. I appreciate you being here. So let's get into it. As always, don't forget to check the links down below in the description. There's some fantastic stuff in there, like Big Time Collectibles. It is C2E2 season. It's a big comic convention, I think in Chicago or something like that. But if you're into the retailer exclusives and all that kind of good stuff, they got you covered. They're showing off all kinds of cool stuff that they got. And you might not want to miss out on it. If you can't go to the convention, they still put a limited number of stuff available on their website as it gets closer. So you still get a shot to get your hands on some good stuff. And if you need anything cleaned, pressed, or submitted to grading, Justin's Comics has got you covered. Don't miss out on that. Let him know you found him via the channel. He'll take care of you. And a huge shout out to ABX Comics and Games, my local comic shop. It's where I pick up everything we're going to be talking about in today's video. If you need a comic shop, they also have you covered. If you don't have one, you can reach out to them, set up a pool list room so you don't miss out on anything. And they're the sponsor of the Tuesday giveaway, which I think I'm sitting here multitasking. Do I have it loaded? I do. This beautiful David Nakayama Day. We've got a book over here with Fire from Fire and Ice on it. I'm not sure what book it is. I completely forgot that fast since I took a picture of it earlier. And then Aquaman, issue number 4. David Nakayama goodness. One shiny. One looks like it should be shiny, but we got Aquaman, Fire, David Nakayama, foil, goodness. That's going to a new home today. Could be you. It could be you. And as always, we got the super chat goal set up. So if you're interested in that, if we get 5 super chats of $2 or more, we will spin the prize wheel and add something from the prize wheel in there, including collected editions, Ollie's mystery packs, some good stuff on there. So we'll cross that bridge if we get there. Super chat goal is just down there in the live chat. You can keep up with it through that. Say hey to some of the people that are in here, rolling in slowly today. Let's see what we got. Scotty is in here. What's going on? He said he's ready. I'm definitely ready. White Tiger, Cool Comic Collected. What's going on? Ruby G, Cowabunga to you. Lisa, hello. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. We got Wellborn here. Hey all to you as well, Wellbore. Sir Timothy Nerdy, aka TM Nerdy. Hashtag look up. Yeah, Superman made the thumbnail today. Plan on doing a little bit of talking to everyone here about the Superman sneak peek that we were just shown this past week. We got the little extended footage of James Gunn's Superman. That's really what the movie should have been called. James Gunn's Superman. Like we had Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, that's what everyone's calling it. That's what it is. It's James Gunn's Superman. I think that would have been a good name. Superman Legacy, wasn't it? That's how it started. Y'all remember that? It started as Superman Legacy. It's not a bad name. Just like the first movie and something's going to be called Legacy. I don't know. I like it being Superman more than Superman's Legacy. Superman Legacy. I mean, maybe we can get there someday, but it just didn't seem time for a movie to start with Legacy. Who knows? Who knows? The adventurous one, Joseph Michaels, he says, was on Cuppy's live last night. He pulled out Turok 1. I said, uh-oh. Much like wrestler Joe Hendry say in the name Turok, and mark appears. Look around. Nope. Not a mark in sight. We're safe. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't me and nighttime last night. That wasn't it, man. I got off work. I came home, ate a salad, and passed out. I think I was lights out like by 9 o'clock. I'm beat. I did 55 hours, 54 hours and 49 minutes last week at work. And that was just a warm-up week for Masters. Been getting up like a little bit before 5 every day and got out of there early today. Everything's kind of set now. Everyone's in the kennel. Things aren't moving as much. It's kind of a unique week. You know, typically customers are coming and going. People are coming in every day for baths or nail trimming or haircuts, just services like that. These first few days, everyone's coming in and they get there and they stay for a pretty long period. So there's not a lot of movement in there. So I can trust my staff to kind of just do the afternoon feedings and let the little dogs out on the play yard and stuff like that. So I'm attempting to make today my my off day kind of thing. I'm going to attempt to do it again on Friday as well. We'll see. So I just went in for handful of hours this morning, and gonna check in this afternoon and see how it goes. But I'm not going to be there for 12 hours a day like normal. Still going to be Wednesday, Thursday, a couple hours on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It gets wild. It doesn't really end for us until Tuesday of next week. The big pickup day is Monday. Then it'll be getting a little bit back to normal, where I'm trying to keep my schedule as normal as possible on here, because this I don't come here to work. This isn't work. This is where I get to woo-saw and just relax. It's just fun. So I appreciate this kind of stuff because it keeps me level. Keeps me level. We got Matt in here, Heroes for Hire Comic Club. Good to see you, homie. Hey, tomorrow he's going to be one of the guest panelists on Guess That Key. If you don't know, there's a live stream that Sector 2815 and myself do on Sector's channel every other Wednesday. It's kind of like a 20 questions game. Everyone brings a key comic and we go around try to figure out which key each other brought. There's also a huge giveaway every single time one of those streams is done. And Cliff on Comics and Heroes for Hire will be the guests on this week's show. So try to pop in there if you can. Phil Ailing, what's going on? Hope you're doing good today. Brian LCS, happy Tuesday to you, good sir. I'm still waiting patiently for my copy of the Doctor issue number 2 to show up. Very excited for that. Congrats again on the successful Kickstarter. Looking forward to seeing what comes next, my man. Good to see you in here. He's in a jacket. It must be cold down south. It's a little bit cooler today. It rained all day yesterday, all day long, which is like, I don't like wet or dirty animals like in the kennel. So they got to get wet, and they always track stuff on their feet. So it was a lot of running and gunning yesterday, and it's a little bit cooler today. I'm in shorts and barefooted, but this is just like a little light sleeve thing. But yeah, it's a little bit cooler today. What's up? We got Ryan Riley in here. Good to see you. Good to see you, homie. It's sunny 60. Yeah, it's about that here, I think. What is it here? It's 64 here. Feels good. Feels really good. I'm actually going to go out and take advantage of having this few hours in the afternoon here. I'm going to cut the grass again. I cut it last Tuesday because I knew I didn't want to come home from a lot of working to see an unkept yard. So I'm going to get out there again today. The rain just made all the dandelions just pop up overnight. I'm going to go out there and get at them. Gary Woods, good to see you in here, homie. What's up? What's up? One shiny, the other there it is. There it is. One shiny and one slippery. Today's giveaway. Slippery and shiny. Slippery and shiny. Good call. Good call. Most definitely. Dale Suspense, what's up, homie? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good today. 23 is in the building. Hello to you, good sir. Between appointments here, just popping by to say hi and hashtag We Are Legion. What's up, Pop Pop? Enjoy your appointments. J-Med, what is going on, homie? Dude, we got to chit chat. We got to talk, man. The Minecraft phenomenon, the absolute phenomenon that is Minecraft. Called that a mile away. While all the diehard fans and the older heads that too cool to like a Minecraft movie were doubting the success of that movie. No one's going to like that movie. It's become a global smash hit phenomenon. And I love talking box office stuff with you, man. That'd be a fun one to catch up on. What's up? How long do you have? ZZ Top likes Legacy. Oh, I see what you did there. ZZ Top's got legs. Got it. Yeah, they're coming to Augusta in a couple months, I think. I'd love to go see ZZ Top. That'd be a blast. Steven with the sleeves, not to be confused with Burke Nasty, but Steven with the sleeves. It's Morphin Time, Mark. Reading my pool right now. Just got done with Batman and Robin, year 1, number 5, moving on to 6 now. Hashtag We Are Legion. Yeah, I forgot how many issues that's going to be, if it's 6 or 12. I was like just last week years old when I found out it wasn't intended to be an ongoing, which I like that because I can go back and just kind of binge read it at that point. Because I read issue number 1. I didn't pull the series. I just checked it out. Mark Waid is fantastic at DC. And the way that they solicited it, I remember they were like, this is intended to be like a definitive year 1 for the dynamic duo, much like Frank Miller's Batman year 1 is for him. So it makes me think that future stories might be influenced or sourced for this Mark Waid run. So I wanted to have it in my repertoire. Need it in there. Your mistake was eating a salad. No, not at all, my dude. I love salads. We keep heads of lettuce in there. I keep a head of lettuce in the fridge and some creamy Italian dressing, Thousand Island Greek. Keep a little variety of dressings some of the Fiexins, and I love it. Little bacon bits and cheese, and I'm done. I was just too tired to even stay up. My body was sore. I was hurting. Ben Compton, what's going on, homie? Hope you're doing good today. So everyone is in Georgia this week. It was nice finding a parking place at Walmart and McDonald's yesterday. Spring breakers finally went somewhere else. Yeah, they all came here. It's insane here. I think somebody got hit by a car, like right out in the main road and right off where the kennel is. Like when I was coming to work earlier this morning, like I come before the traffic gets bad because the kennel is right by the Augusta National. So it's like in the heat of all the congestion. But I saw from a mile away, like I know like all the back roads and stuff. And when I was coming down, I could see like all kinds of EMS lights. I'm like, oh, that's not good because it's still dark outside. And when these people come into town, there's a lot of people that just walk this street. And these people will just stand in the road and talk to these people buying and selling tickets on the side of the road. And they just stand. This is a 5-lane highway right off the interstate. And they just stand there. And every year something happens. But I'm going to be looking at the news and checking because there's fire trucks, ambulances, all right where I needed to turn. So I did a quick double back and it took the long way. So I'm not sure what happened, but someone got hurt for certain. So that's unfortunate. You don't ever want to see something like that, but it happens. How many total animals under your care? I don't count till Wednesday. Today there was 8 more coming in. Like, so the way it works, Friday and Saturday and Sunday at the latest will be like 90% of the people dropping off. The vast majority of the customers for me this week are the people that leave Augusta because they rent their houses out. People that come into town for forever, long before I was born, they come into town and they don't go stay in a hotel. They rent people's houses. It's become a whole little micro industry. So all the people have to be out of their houses on the same day, pretty much Friday of last week. And then after that, we get a few stragglers. These are the people that they don't care about masters. Their kids are out of school and they make travel plans to take advantage of spring break. Now those people are finishing up as of today. Close today will be dead gridlock for like cats and large dogs. I can still fit a couple of those purse dogs and stuff like that. I try to leave some space open because you'll have patrons of the tournament that come into town and they'll call and they'll want to come drop off their little chihuahuas, their little shih tzus while they're in the national. And then I'll do a count. But there's like probably about 60 cats alone, and they'll be roughly in the 80s or in the 90s when it comes to dogs. It kind of depends on how they stack in. You have customers that have multiple dogs and they want them to have a room together because they love each other. I don't mix dogs and cats if they don't live together and get along. So it really just depends on the customers at that point. But I'll have like a legit count tomorrow once everyone's in. Masters Week. And there it is. We got our first $2 super chat. Mike wants to spin the wheel. Let's get it started. Big shout out to Evil's Comics. That's $2 in the gas tank for the wheel. It spins on the 5th super chat. So big shout out. Thank you kindly. Gary's Grills, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. And that's the difference. It didn't rain until 10 p.m. last night. Yeah, we had rain all day long, all day. And what's crazy is it never rains like that until it gets to Masters Week. It's so funny. They had to postpone that day of practice rounds. It always rains during Masters Week, though. Yeah, I showed a sneak peek of Superman to Dad yesterday, and he said Crypto comes across as very annoying. He loves dogs, but not that one. It was a menace, right? Crypto was a menace. Yeah, we're going to talk about some Superman stuff. Let me try to get through this chat. What's going on, Wayne Deacon? Good to see you in here. I've been playing Minecraft for years. I've never played it. I didn't even know what it was until like 18 months ago. Always glad to chat, my dude. Well, we got to do it. Boom, there it is. The next one. We got a $2 super chat from Steven with a C. Afternoon and happy DC Day, Legionnaires. Big shout out to him. Boom. Dude, I love that clip. I love that movie. All its faults as well. You off? Yeah. You off to see the wizard? Yep. You excited? Yeah, the wife's gearing up, getting the shoes on, getting ready to go to work by 2:45, and she'll be home at what, like between 1 and 2, 12 if you're lucky.
I think I got home at 12:45 last night.
That's not bad.
No.
Enjoy, have fun. She-
have a blister on my toe. My big toe.
Use your other shoes.
You threw them away, remember?
Go me. I'm not about that clutter life. Sitting around all these comics. Love you, bye. So she works right. She works right by where I'm at. She works right by the National 2 at a steakhouse called T-Bone. It's like the premier steakhouse in Augusta. All these people that come to the tournament, they always have to eat at T-Bone's at least once. It's a big hangout spot for these golf patrons. So they make killer money, but it's wild shifts. And she picks up all these serving shifts because she manages the place, but they always need extra servers, and she picks up serving shifts and just makes money. I'm new to the channel. What's up? What's going on, Jim Hayes? Well, welcome to the channel. Saying hellos, and we're going to talk a little bit of Superman. We're going to look at some of the new DC comics that are releasing this week. We're going to do a big giveaway for some David Nakayama variant goodness, some stuff that's dropping this week. This foil cover featuring Ice and Aquaman issue number 4. So don't go anywhere. Be sure to stick around for that. Appreciate you coming by. William Munn, what's up? Living the DC life right now. Heck yeah, dude. I'm loving how many new DC fans are coming into the fold and giving it a shot. Steven Spock, what is going on? Hello to you. Have you seen Bagger Vance yet? I haven't been out there. My stepmom went day before yesterday. I went out there, but I don't tend to really think to even try to go to the National. I've been on the course, been out there. It's when you're like a Augusta local, like you end up knowing somebody. It's not hard to get out there, and it's a different world, that's for sure. It's beautiful out there, but I just don't like being in crowds right now. I'm at a weird place in my life. I don't care to travel. I don't care about being in crowds unless it's Heroes Con. What's going on, Brian? I have comic issues in here. Hello, everyone. Are you using big words for the masters? I'm trying not to. So far, I've read Absolute Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Justice League Unlimited, and now Batman and Robin Year 1. I have a huge stack left. Keep at it. Dude, you keep reading. You'll be ready for the Sunday show. We can talk some spoilers. Let's see. We got Ronnie Johnson in here. How's it going? What's up? Let's see. Hey, went to Vault of Midnight and then Ari Armor me and was gifted a Hush 2 launch ash can. Oh, nice. Yeah, I completely slip-minded that. Like, I saw the ash can, could have picked it up, just assumed it was an ash can for the Hush, the first part of Hush. Didn't even think to look at the number on it. It's for the next issue. I should have grabbed it. It'd have been fun at least to have it, check it out, and throw it in like the channel member giveaway for the month or something. But yeah, puts DC love there. Yeah, DC is where it's at, man. What's going on, Kyle? Good to see you in here. Alan, what is up, my dude? Missed you at the shop today. Just got a great copy of Sergeant Rock 422. Last issue. Nice, dude. Sergeant Rock's going to get some love in the DCU. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Happy New DC Day from CA. Hashtag We Are Legion. And don't forget to smash that like button. I appreciate you, Marty. Falcon Punch, or should that be Aqua Punch? Yeah, dude, that Aquaman is killing it right now. All right, let me see. I think I might have caught up. Me and a group of friends worked on the same Minecraft world for years, but the host turned out to be a very crooked cop, so our world got locked up for a couple of decades. Oh man, you've definitely made a DC fan out of me. Yeah, dude. I just want people to try the books. That's why I do the giveaway with this stream every week, because I'm hoping that people that might not dive in or might not want to go spend money on something that they're not a fan of yet, they might get a free book and test the waters and try something and like it. The stories are there right now. The stories have been there. DC is consistently, when it comes to reading comics and keeping up with a comic book universe, DC has been knocking it out of the park for a while, and they're only getting better right now. They haven't been this good consistently across the board since pre-Infinite Crisis era, back in like the early 2000s. It's a good place for DC right now. If I win, send it to Biggie. Yes, sir. Can't wait for the Sunday show. Oh yeah, it's fun. Got Paul on here, and we kind of just review the week. This coming Sunday, not sure if I'll be here or not because of the schedule, my work schedule, but myself or my clone, aka Brother John's Comics, will be on, which tend to always get a lot more positive feedback when the version of me known as Brother John's Comics is on. I just play on the PC. There you go. Mark, my FF facsimile won't last forever. If I needed to subscribe to just one comic, what comic would that be? Oh man, that's not for me to say. That's not for me to say. I don't even know what comic would be my one comic. I want a new Ashcan of the second issue of Hush 2 the other day on my channel sponsor. What? And I showed, nice, awesome. I now pull Aquaman and Absolute Wonder Woman because of this show and Mark Smooth talking. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's just passion. I just legitimately love this stuff. I legitimately have a blast reading it, and I just enjoy it. It's that simple. I just want to enjoy it with other people. It's fun when we can talk about it together, when we can share in the hobby. That's the only reason why I even started doing anything on YouTube. Before I even had the channel, when I just wanted to just participate in chats, I needed more people to talk about comics with, because it's me, Pops, and my buddy Brenton. Brenton was moving out of town, and I just found, that's how I found all this. That's how I found it. That's why I do it. I'm subbed to the monthly foil Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, dude, there's nonstop foils. The Neil Adams Superman with him breaking the chains. That's this week. That'll be out tomorrow. You'll get there's a standard reprint. There's the foil reprint. Then there's a virgin one. So the trade dress with the big number 1, all that's on there. So dude, DC and Marvel are both putting out foily reprints all the time. DC's gone through Crisis on Infinite Earths already. I'm surprised you didn't jump on those. Those are really cool. Marvel did the Secret Wars one, which is awesome. I like foil stuff. I like gimmick stuff. Gimmicks get people in, you know. If you think the gimmick is dumb, don't buy it. A lot of them are dumb. Of course they're dumb to people that have been in this hobby a long time. I think they're dumb, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. Doesn't mean they don't work. Give me something shiny. I love shiny. I'm like a little goblin. Sorry about that, TM. That was autocorrect. Predator trailer animated as Fire 1000%. That Predator trailer looks amazing. Coming to Hulu, brand new animated Predator series. It looks like it's going to be like an anthology style, going through the different years and eras and ages and millennia of how long predators have been coming and stalking and hunting on our planet. It looks dope. Highly recommend. I'm a big fan of the 80s stuff. Alien, Predator, RoboCop, Terminator. Give me all that. All that. My ABX order for March came to 126, and it's because the winner of my March giveaway was getting some extra goodies. Nice. Really cool. Come on, Mark. You know it would be Turok. Hey, my dude, like, I'm trying not to just baptize y'all with Turok talk. I've got the last few videos I did, like, I got like a Turok, an original color page right there. I got Turok original art by Rags Morales right here, like my first original art purchase like that. And Rags Morales, famous DC artist, did Identity Crisis. Discovered him cutting his teeth in the early years on Turok. It's just been amazing. But I'm on issue number 26. Is that 26? Issue number 26 right now, reading through Turok, and I have 3 packages that should arrive at my house today. And I was contemplating doing a members only stream since I got the time. I haven't done one in the month of April yet. I try to do no less than at least one a month. But members only stream, for your channel member, you'll get the invite to come hang out, join channel member in any tier. And I want to open those packages because I'm just like completing this part of this journey that I'm on, rebuying the entire Turok run because I stupidly sold it all before reading into it. And reading through this has been fantastic. It's just increased my love of this hobby so much more, to the point that I had to live in it more and get like this crazy stuff for it and everything. It's just fun, man. Is Turok running new? Not right now, but there is newer Turok. New by Scotty, by your terminology and definition. Like, there's nothing active happening, but there is new-ish Turok stuff out there. Like, this is Rob Liefeld. I don't know what year this was, but like, there's like new, what a lot of people would consider new Turok stuff. So yeah, highly recommend the Valiant era stuff. It's wild. I don't know, new stuff, just old gold. Yeah. Awesome collection you got there. I see a Sting figure there. You going to watch WrestleMania next weekend? Bro, Sting is the GOAT. Where is my Sting figure? Oh, yeah. Sting is my all-time favorite wrestler. The icon, the Stinger. I probably won't watch WrestleMania. I don't have Peacock. I just kind of keep up with the stuff. A lot of friends watch it and everything, and I watch clips and highlights. I don't keep up on a regular basis anymore. I'm old school. Like, I still regularly watch WCW stuff from the 90s and early 2000s, especially now that they have the WCW specific YouTube channel with like live running all the time. I'm a little nostalgic when it comes to wrestling, thanks to the Nintendo 64. I'm loving DC Absolute Universe, and it's dominating comics, but I fear it becomes the main universe. Yeah, they are crushing it right now. Like, what was it? Martian Manhunter even pulled 120,000 pre-sales. They extended it from a 6-issue to a 12-issue just based off that alone. Yet, I don't know how long they're going to run for. You know, there's some stuff happening this absolute related that's happening in the main universe, we have to remember that this absolute world is not completely separate from the main universe. It was created. It's called the Alpha world, dubbed the Else world. It was created by Darkseid and is Darkseid, the dark side, the one dark side, the anomaly of the multiverse that there's only one of. And we know that Booster Gold in DC All In One Shot, he went there. They made it there, got him there. And then they got cut off from it, but he's still there. And we saw that Stinger page, and that they tease us with the Absolute Legion. And then we saw them again in Superman at the end of time with Time Trapper Doomsday. So there's clear connections, and that's a good point though. If the sales continue to dominate like they do, like I wonder how much focus will go into it. They've got to be mapping out the future when they're going to crisscross. The heroes and villains of the absolute DC world will absolutely cross to the mainstream. Superman will see Superman and fly side by side at some point in time. How long it takes, I don't know. I hope it takes as long as possible. I don't want to see it happen until it has to happen. Don't ruin a good thing. These things standing on their own, being so accessible to new readers and old readers, old readers enjoy that it's separate. New readers enjoy that it's accessible. They got to keep it that way for as long as possible. I don't even want to see absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman meet each other for a while. Originally, Scott Snyder said he has the first year completely mapped out for this thing, and that there won't be crossovers. And then since the success numbers have started coming in, there's rumors of them talking about crossing it over, not with the main universe, but with these characters. The pieces are there to start forming a Justice League. We got 6 heroes, and Martian Manhunter's there. Martian Manhunter is the OG Justice Leaguer, the heart and soul of the team. The roster changed for decades, but he was the one that always remained constant. So the pieces are there for them to start doing stuff that I don't feel they need to do yet. Absolute Batman issue number something is out this week. Absolute Batman issue number 7 is out this week, and we're getting a 2-parter with that. We're done with the first story arc. We're done with Black Mask, the party animals. We got that crazy Joker tease. Now we're going to do a little 2-issue story where we have Nick Dragotta taking time off. I guess this is a good way for them to let him keep up and catch up with the main focus of what's happening. And we're looking at Mr. Freeze, the absolute world of Mr. Freeze. And I got to tell you, he is monstrous, and not what you think he'll be either. It's completely different in the best way possible. It was awesome. It's super awesome. I make sure y'all pick up Absolute Batman number 7. And if you've missed out on Absolute Batman, you haven't jumped in yet, you can start at issue number 7. It's a clear-cut storyline where you get a little mentions of this or that gives you a little context to where you're moving, but you don't need it. It's a fresh storyline. You can dive in. It's familiar enough that you'll understand some things. You'll understand everything. There might be some things you have questions about. You can always go back if you have questions, but it's nothing that affects the story moving forward. What's good, brothers and sisters? Just saying hello from work. Hope you're all well. What is going on, Brother John? And there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. I appreciate you, my dude. He's we got him working on standby because of my schedule this week. I can't thank you enough. You're the man. $5.99. Yep, the foil Superman. I asked him to put in my box. Let's go. Yeah, it's beautiful cover, man. It looks great. I was just asking if he has literally seen the ghost. Bagger Vance hanging around. In related news, I'm kind of loving the new Will Smith album. I haven't even listened to it. I come to this channel because I don't know what's going on with DC and mostly keep my head in Marvel. So appreciate your excitement about what's in the DC labels doing. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just, man, it's worth diving into. I can't stress that enough. I absolutely love Marvel comic characters. I've grown up loving Marvel, DC, and everything in between. Everything wanes and flows. Marvel's just not doing it these days. And a lot of people are introduced to comics through Marvel because of the MCU, and it takes a little bit of time to branch out. And yeah, there's a lot of big universes out there. It's impossible to keep up with everything in all of them. But yeah, dude, DC's absolutely crushing it. Hare is the second greatest person born in Georgia, Darth. Second greatest. Let's see. Yep, getting the Neil Adams facsimile reprint. I just can't bring myself to buy the foils as they're pretty pricey. I like them. I just can't afford them. Yeah, foils can get up there for sure. I don't know if y'all saw the teaser photo I put up, a little ad photo. Next Wednesday is Superman Day 2025. We get a free comic book day every year, which is a big promotional event at the local comic shops to draw people in to come get free stuff and hopefully make new fans, lifelong fans of the hobby and stuff like that. Stores normally put on big sales to try to make some money while people are in there to pick up their free stuff. Well, it's gotten big, and then they branched out and they started doing Batman Day, where it's kind of like a mini version. There's 2 or 3 free comics, some exclusive books that actually have a price tag on them that the shops can sell and make some money. And another good way to get people in the store. We also have Superman Day now. Next Wednesday, there's going to be some banger stuff. There's some free comics, of course, typically some reprints of some iconic stuff like All-Star Superman, which is very relevant with the new movie coming out. But there's also going to be a foil All-Star Superman version, a blank All-Star Superman. There's going to be an Action Comics 1 reprint in the Golden Age size format, a foil version of the Action Comics 1 reprint in the Golden Age format, and a David Corenswet Action Comics 1 reprint in the Golden Age format, where it's just redrawn for Superman to be the Superman from the movie. It's freaking cool. It's super cool. And being that I collect Action Comics reprints and own every single one of them, all 3 of them have to be picked up. It's $9.99, $10.99, and $14.99 for the foil. So those things are not the free ones. There's some cool free books, but there's some stuff that you might be interested in, especially if you're like me and trying to live in the Superman hype and enjoy all the stuff going on. But definitely suggest checking it out. You might want to check your shops because there might be limited numbers on a lot of stuff, but they're freaking awesome. That's the second Action Comics foil that they've done. I think it was the Comic Mint that did just a modern size reprint of one a couple of years ago for one of the big cons, C2E2 or Fan Expo or something like that. But yeah, Sting is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Oh man, there you go. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. That's just we're just talking preference differences. I think Ultimate Warrior is the OG Goldberg, like coming in hot, coming in fast, getting the job done, amping the crowd up, doing the work and moving. Bah, fake fighting. What's the fake fighting? I missed it. Oh, wrestling. Sting is my favorite too. Love that Valiant Image crossover from the 90s. There you go. I don't have the cock. I don't have the peacock. DC is goated. Facts. Nearly everything I read from DC is amazing. Facts. But I'm a DC stan. Facts. Steve's just spitting truth today. Like the Ultimate Universe is crushing it right now for Marvel more than their regular run. Yeah, they lost so many people with their regular stuff. You have like the people collecting and the people that are picking it up till they try other stuff. It's just a parallel universe. That's how you spell it, right? The absolute world? Nah, it's not. It's not. It's an anomaly. It exists at the secondary center of the universe. It's literally an Elseworld. They do a full breakdown of it. It's a little different. It's a little different, and it even goes back. Goes back a little ways when they break it down. Mr. Terrific does his full exposition thing. Go back and read Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 7. Scott Snyder pulled all the way back from Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 7 to bring us this Elseworld. But it's a little bit different than their standard multiverse stuff. I was born in Florida. There we go. See, AR knows what time it is. No, Turok from Gold Key is fire. Yeah, that was actually my dad's first ever comic that he bought in 1963. Let me show you this. So my dad's been collecting since 1963. And 2 years ago on my birthday, he took the first ever Turok book. That was the first ever comic he bought, was Turok issue number 35. My dad doesn't get books slabbed or anything like that, but he sent this off to get it graded just to encapsulate it to protect it, and he gave it to me as a birthday present. So Turok Son of Stone, issue number 63 from Gold Key, which isn't the original Turok stuff. Before it was Gold Key, it was Dell Comics, and that's where Turok started in 1953, but this is the comic that got my family started into the hobby. So I thought that was super awesome. So Turok's kind of just like it's a piece of our comic legacy. So yeah, and my biggest thing from Turok that my fandom is attached to was the Nintendo 64 stuff when I was a kid, which I still have my 64 hooked up and still play it. My 7-year-old son loves to play it and everything. Yeah, I'd love if James Gunn did a Commandy movie. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and Commandy ultimately ties to OMAC. Like Jack Kirby tied both of those things together, but The Last Boy on Earth would be dope. What's going on, Donovan? We got House of L in here. I hope the Absolute characters don't meet up for a while. Agreed. I'm ready to see some crossover bits from the different Absolute books in the other books. Just a note about Peacemaker in one of the other books or something like that. Yeah, the Peacemaker, something like that can really tie them together without crossing our heroes. That's not a bad idea. Or either just talking about like the Lazarus Corp, how far it really spreads into things. The Immortal one is here. Biggie Shack, what's going on, homie? Yeah, it does. It does. And they need to capitalize on that with this DCU thing. I think a lot of people like good, bad, or indifferent. What we think, what we feel, what we believe about the health of the MCU has no bearing on this. The fact is, a lot of people are looking for other superhero stuff, whether like, yeah, I've played with this toy for long enough. I want new toys. The DCU can be that. It is that. There's a lot of those like general public fans out there that are really excited for the DCU stuff. So it's a great time for them to really push and get a lot of lifelong fans right now. Oh yeah, man, I'm pumped for that. Round 2, baby. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, round 2. It looks like the Legion of Doom is being brought in, or the Suicide Squad. We're gonna get a Kaiju King Shark. Let's go. I think the entire squad is gonna get Kaiju'd out. We'll see how it goes. John Jang has a foil variant for #1. Dan Mora has a beautiful companion cover for issue 1 that pairs up with issue 1 from volume 1. Take it easy, Kyle. Good to see you, homie. Next Wednesday, I plan to go to the long distance comic shop. Yeah, there you go. It'd be a perfect day for it. Why are you telling me this, Mark? I now have the urge to buy them. Yeah, you can do that. I'm willing to send you a screenshot. I'll screenshot it on the DCU app and send you the page with the exposition dump of how this world is anomalous compared to the rest of the multiverse stuff. Rowdy Roddy Piper, yo, he was awesome, wasn't he? Not very many men can wrestle in a skirt, but that man. I was all about Ultimate Warrior as a kid and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah, the 2x4 and the flag. Yeah, yeah. When I grew up, Marvel had great characters, but DC had great stories. That's where we're at right now more than ever, too. Like Marvel and DC both have great characters. It's really like they're hard to compare them. You know what I mean? Like DC really is like modern mythology with like the compare. You could like, yeah, Flash is Mercury, like Superman is Zeus. Yeah, you can compare them to like mythology almost. And Marvel's heroes are legitimately different enough that it's easy to like them all. But stories right now are crushing it. Yeah, AR is loving the is it Christopher North or something like that? Yeah. Sweet Turok. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, big Turok fan. Of all the Action Comics order, even the blank cover. There you go. Yeah, there's some good stuff. I have a sub to FF Foil. Yeah. Rob's Fat Stacks, what's up, brother? Gifted 5 Legion of Comic memberships. Big shout out to Rob. Appreciate that, homie. Did you see the Ultimate John Jang Spider-Man variant in Comic Tom's box this month? I don't know. I might have and not known it was that one, or this is depends on when they dropped it. What's up, buds? How you diddly doing? Doing good, man. How are you today, homie? Good to see you. But yeah, big shout out to Rob. And if you received one of those Legion of Comics memberships, be sure to reach out to me if you want one. They are available, but I have new member welcome packets. They're free, completely free. Just throw them in the mail and send them your way. So message me on Instagram if you haven't gotten one already. I'll send one out to you. Las Crucias still isn't here. Yep, he's been doing a lot. Death Metal, a good read or a must read. Oh man. All right, so if you're like 10 toes down, and I would say it's a must read, but it's a heavy read. It's packed. And Dark Knight's metal, because there's 2. Did metal, then you death metal. If you're not pretty familiar with the DC universe, death metal is just going to seem crazy. It's massive. I think it was like 54 total issues, including tie-ins, and they do this thing where the tie-ins literally matter. Every single tie-in in that series might as well have just been the next issue, except for the Super Pets one-shot tie-in that isn't mandatory reading. The rest of it was mandatory reading. And as someone like myself who pulls complete events, it was such a treat. I loved it so much, but it's going to be almost impossible to process and care if you're not like pretty steeped in the DC stuff. So I would say, looking back on it, Death Metal is going to be an easily forgettable event because the reading experience is going to be weird. As more time goes and people forget all the things that were going on in comics at the time, and it was a very disjointed continuity. So it was pulling from random specific story pieces, a lot of which Scott Snyder had to do with. So it's going to be a tough one, I think, going as more time goes. But yeah. Good Can't Say I'm going to play a game that's a 90s horror style point and click called Harvester. Oh man, good luck. Good luck. I'll definitely take a peek and see how you're doing with it. There are some people that got back into comics due to death metal, Real Rude 6 being one of them. I don't know. Always do. And you lose a lot of people with events as well. Also, I'm picking up metal and death metals because metal. Yeah, dude, metal was a lot more accessible. But yeah, the whole Barbados thing was cool. And yeah, I love death metal. Really, it was like the ultimate conclusion to the Batman Who Laughs story. And he goes God tier, literally God tier, becomes a new god and everything. It was wild. And what they did with Wonder Woman was epic. It was just cool. You had Flash had been touched by Dr. Manhattan, basically. There was just so much cool stuff in there. I absolutely dug it. All right. Let me pull this up. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that is releasing this week. It's kind of a smaller week. There are some cool reprints and stuff like that happening, going on, stuff and things. Let me present this screen. It's going to be a pretty small pool week for me overall, though. I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I think I have on here for new books. I'm picking and pulling. Let's see, make it a little bigger. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. All right, back over here. Yeah, I was telling y'all before, Absolute Batman issue number 7 is out this week, and there is a guest interior artist by the name of Marcos Martin. Marcos Martin. Do we have a variant with Mr. Freeze on it? I don't see one. The Mr. Freeze image has been shown. Monstrous. Looks like Nosferatu. He's got the Orlok going on. It's wild. The story to it is fantastic. This was a great read. I kind of like the last time we had a guest artist, I didn't care for it. I was kind of shocked that they allowed it to happen. It wasn't the quality of artwork that you're supposed to see in a professional comic book that you're paying like $5-6 for. It just wasn't it. I think they're doing a lot of experimental stuff with some of the art and some of this absolute stuff. And some of it really works. Some of it takes a little bit of shifting and getting used to and ends up working phenomenally, like the Sherman art and Wonder Woman. Not everyone's jam, but the way the story is written, that art kind of grows on you and then you want that art. That was an experience for a lot of people, not for everybody. Not saying for everybody. It was for a lot of people though. I've talked to them. I know them. I can have you talk to them if you don't believe me, but it's the case. But it also loses a lot of people on the way. Oh, USPS is here. You better put that thing in park. Oh, it's this guy. He's going to drop the mail and come. Nope. Throw it in park. Let's see. Okay. I need 3 packages, Mr. Mailman. 3. 1. That's just 1. Keep them coming. 2. That's 2. Where's the 3rd one? You better have 1 more. Don't do me dirty. Is that the 3rd one? 1, 2, 3. It is complete. It is complete. Oh man, I wish I could go out there and grab him. Feel bad making him walk all the way to the house. I'm just sitting here. It is what it is, though, right? Yeah, Marcos Martin rules. But yeah, this art in here isn't going to lose any readers. This art in here, I think, isn't going to have that effect. I'm loving the Absolute Universe so far. Yeah, I'm digging it. Yeah, I think everyone's going to love this issue right here too. There's so out of the Absolute stuff, talking about the original 3, the Trinity, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, out of the Absolute Trinity. Overall, Batman is my least favorite. I got to put it out there. I'm loving all of it. I'm loving all 3 of them. Quality is storytelling, the changes. It's awesome. I'm digging every bit of it. Batman is, we're talking all winners here. Like, which one is the first place and first 1.2 and 1.3? Batman for me would be 1.3. So out of the Batman stuff, issue 7 here ranks in my top 3 favorite issues. Easily. Issue 5 and 6 were great. Really great. They were starting to lose me there with issue 2 and 3. I was getting worried. But this was really solid. I really dug this issue. So if you haven't been picking up Absolute Batman, I don't know, I'm a Marvel guy. My pool list is pretty tough. Grab this issue. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. See if this isn't a good jump on point for you. Finally got a copy of DC All in Special #1. Let's go. That is an important book right there. The first appearance of Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Death of Darkseid. First appearance of the Absolute Legion. All kinds of stuff going on in that book. And it is one hell of a read. Darkseid's conquest in that the flipped part, the second half was insane. Was insane. Negative Ghost Rider. Not doing that. US shipping only. So I can send it to you, Biggie, and you can send it to him if you want, but he's already tagged you first, good sir. He has already tagged you. If you scroll up, you'll see it in there. He already got you. So if he wins, it's coming to you. Use your flash powers, Mark. Out to the mailbox and back. Yeah. I got a really good mailman here. I had a really tough one at my previous house. Made life very, very difficult. So I appreciate this one a whole lot. Action Comics 1085. Here's a cool one. So Action Comics has been in this Superman Superstars era. The formatting for Action Comics currently is 3-issue story arcs. They change writers and artists every 3 issues. We just got through the Inaki Miranda and John Ridley story, which was an enjoyable story. Art was fantastic. I'm a big Inaki Miranda fan. He does a lot of Godzilla stuff. Really cool artist. Did We Live? Currently doing Blade Forger. We've got a brand new story. G. Willow Wilson is our writer. Not a fan. Ain't got nothing against G. Willow Wilson. Is not a fan. Don't pull any books that G. Willow Wilson normally writes. And this one wasn't bad. Brand new start to the story. Superman's going to the polar spot in Greenland to go follow up on a story for Lois. Lois can't make it, so she has to send Clark and her steed. And getting there and trying to do a story on the scientists that are up there studying the snow and the ice. And it looks like espionage is happening, but there's a lot more to it than that. I'll tell you, the art in this was fantastic. I enjoyed the story. And you get a really cool little surprise about the little Superman suit. So it really felt like almost like an episode of the Superman Adventures TV show, which I really dug. So I'm excited for the next one, see where this goes. What wasn't against it. Was well done. I thought that they were going to do this whole I don't really care for like the real world tropisms in comics. Like you can be a little more creative with your story. And it looked like they were doing the whole the ice caps are melting, which is kind of a stupid thing to complain about if Superman's there, because he can just freeze them, And they went a little bit different direction with it. It looks like the story is going to continue going farther from that direction. So it looked like it was a little concerning at first, and then it got a cool little save, and it looks like we're going to keep pushing. So we'll see. Remember when Darkseid was a baby in the New 52? Briefly, yeah. That was a wild little run there. Wild little run. That was after the Darkseid War, wasn't it, that Jeff Johns wrote? But what is going on, Billy? Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Looks like Mr. Freeze going after Soups there. Yeah. The Mr. Freeze, the absolute Mr. Freeze might be able to. I'm excited to see more about that Mr. Freeze. But yeah, I'm always in for Superman stuff. This seems like this is a pretty solid era. I've been liking this Superstars. I really love the few that we've gotten so far, especially the one that Jason Aaron did with the whole Bizarro thing. That was wild. Wild. What a great little concept. If Bizarro is Superman's opposite and Superman, one of his weaknesses is magic, wouldn't that mean Bizarro is like a savant at magic? And what a great story. We're talking about earlier about Batman and Robin. No, this is a different one. This isn't year one. Batman and Robin, issue number 20 from Philip Kennedy Johnson. I haven't pulled this one either. I can't believe we're already up to 20 issues. Nothing against it. There's a lot of Batman stuff out there. I enjoy Philip Kennedy Johnson pretty well. The Hulk stuff he's doing is okay. The War World stuff that he did for Superman was amazing. So I enjoy him pretty well. Appreciate what he did for Superman. He saved Superman from the Bendis era. He also saved Hulk from the Donny Cates era. So he's good at saving heroes, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm not keeping up with this one. That's one that we're up to 20 issues. I can go back and do a lot of binge reading on that one. Catch up on the app. What is going on? Jeremy's in the building. Hope all is well. Going to rewind you from the start, from the beginning. Oh man, just keep up live, hang out, chat with us. You always catch the rest of it after the stream. Let's see who in the chat is pulling Batman and Robin. Has it been pretty good? Let me know. Let me know. Is it worth going back and reading? Speaking of PKJ, his Hulk issues out this week. Armored Daredevil suit. I love that suit. I still have that little toy from when I was a kid. Yo, this one's getting a lot of positive feedback. Batman Dark Patterns from Dan Waters, the voice of the Tower, Part 2. I definitely need to go back and binge read this one, possibly catch up on it weekly. Heard nothing but good things about this one. You got Hayden Sherman on the art, same artist from Absolute Wonder Woman. This is like early years Batman, not like year one, not year two, just early years. Unspecific time in the early years so that you can tell stories without being restrained by the current continuity, which works out great. That's what they do with World's Finest. That's one of the best monthly books out there. I never used the word hate, but I just might hate Jason Aaron for his Punisher run. That's fair. That's fair. Judging from his body of work, and you weren't a fan of that, so check out something else he's done. You know, we've talked a lot, Billy, and you know I really enjoyed that Punisher run. For reasons you dislike it or reasons that I like about it. I like challenging the status quo. I like when we challenge it, but I don't like when we stay away from it for long. And I think it was some stuff that was just ignored for so long. And it's such common sense themes that he picked up. It's like, why don't we explore this question? Much like what Zack Snyder did. If this character is not allowed to kill and they're holding on with this pedestal, what happens if he has to? Let's see. Not saying that's the way it should always be or should it be readdressed later, but man, I like some of the stuff. Like common sense. What would his wife think about his actions right now? Yeah, I liked it. I've enjoyed the last few issues of Batman and Robin. There you go. Yeah, I definitely need to check it out. Jonathan, what's going on, homie? Good to see you in here. Batman and Robin by Joshua Williams turned into a small kid's book. Yeah, that's okay. This is that book. This is that same book. Simone DeMeo was doing the artwork for it when Joshua Williams was writing it. But when we hit the All-In era a few months back, Philip Kennedy Johnson took it over. I'm not sure exactly what issue it was. It was in the teens, I believe. So I'm not sure if it's moved away from that, which is good to have those books. They should probably, even if that is what it is, if it's aimed for that market, they should probably do better at marketing it for that so that you can actually get kids to buy it, put it in the hands of the proper reader. That would be cool. It's a question. If his wife was here, what would she think of his actions? Yo, turning to the real world, family members die and people don't respond to it the same way. Some people are more forgiving. Some people are forgiving in a manner, way that I can't comprehend. Some people would go out and do what Frank did. You know, it's a question. It's something to debate. It's definitely something to debate. Dark Patterns, and we got next on the list. Oh man, y'all know I always mention it when I see it. Ghost Machine Geiger issue 13. I'm loving everything Jeff Johns is doing with this Ghost Machine world. Not just Jeff Johns, the rest of them. Peter J. Tomasi is really not firing on the same cylinders with Hornsby and Halo, but man, look at this Ash Arden Geiger cover right here. That is wicked. Gary Frank is just a master of his craft. Absolutely digging this book, loving it. 100% all in on Ghost Machine. It's still just firing on all cylinders. All right, here, big boy for the week. This was massive. This whole run is going to be legendary. Issue 1 through 3 was insane. The level of love, detail, and attention that Jeremy Adams pays to not just Aquaman, but DC lore as a whole. And issue 3 this is issue 4 coming out this week. So he introduced the blue and had Jeremy Adams on. Me and Paul did the third little hangout interview, whatever you want to call it, a conversation with Jeremy Adams 2 weeks ago. And, you know, Swamp Thing exists in and for the green, the plant life of the planet. Animal Man, Beast Boy, other characters, King Shark, they exist as avatars of the red. The red is the animal, the living creatures. Jeremy Adams introduced us to the blue. Another one of those things that's so common sense. Why haven't we done it sooner? He said when he mentioned it to the editor's like, yeah, we've had to do that before. That's so obvious. And they look back and it had never been done. Introduced us to the blue. Aquaman is through the Omega portal, an unknown place that we haven't got the answers to yet. And he's been introduced to the blue, and now he's having to deal with this character named Dagon, who wants him. I got to tell y'all, this issue, you get introduced to a new weapon that is being forged by Vivian. It started getting forged in issue 3. Arion, Vivian are back from old Atlantis Chronicle stuff. And this weapon is beast mode. Aquaman's going to have this moving forward forever now. This is going to be something that if someone writes it out of the story, someone else is going to write it right back in. His trident just leveled up. You just wait. It is super dope. Super duper dope. This story is fantastic. Everyone should be reading this Aquaman. It's highly tied to the bigger continuity stuff. Justice League Unlimited has been like the pivot point for all the continuity in the DCU right now, or the DC Comics universe right now. And Aquaman is no different. You know, it's tying to the bigger stuff with Darkseid. When Atlantis disappeared, that portal we went through, the Stargate is shaped like the Omega symbols. We're still seeing them. We don't know how or what or where this ties into the bigger stuff. That's unfolding slowly as we go. And I hope they keep slow telling those stories because it makes it even better. But man, they're doing big things in here. John Tim's artwork is so classic, comic book, traditional, fresh, polished, crisp. It's just, I'm digging every bit of this book. I hope other people give it a shot. And we'll see how far it goes. Hopefully they let Jeremy stay on it for a long time. We lost him on the Flash run way too soon. He was there for probably, if I had to guess, 20-something issues. We got him on Green Lantern, 2 titles now doing big things. And now he's on Aquaman. He's on the Jeff Johns track of success with comic books. You know, jump on Flash, check out Green Lantern, Aquaman. It's just so good. Boom. $2 super chat from the one and only Dead Man Comic Show. Big shout out and thank you to you, good sir. Three down, 2 to go, and we'll spin that prize wheel for the bonus prize edition on the wheel. Aquaman is so good. Everyone should be reading this. Absolutely agree. It is wild. And a member milestone chat. Off to Geekly Weekly. Have a great giveaway. Thank you, sir. Boom. Steven Spock dropping the $2 super chat as well. These super chats are like perfectly timed while talking about Aquaman because I got Aquaman clips. You know, being an Aquaman fan, it really helped out. You know, the background is still decked out. I got those new statues, so I still have like those on display. Yeah, it's good stuff. So we are. How do you enter the giveaway? Just be present here in just a little bit, and just a couple minutes from now, just drop this right here in the chat, and I'm going to pull up a comment picker that will be able to pick up anybody who entered hashtag We Are Legion in the chat. Just make sure you have the hashtag in front of it and it's spelt correctly, and it'll be able to pick you up. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. Yeah, and John says, be sub to the channel. Yeah, I do appreciate it. If you win something, I do appreciate the sub. It's absolutely free to subscribe, and it means the world to us. Working on Tuesdays now, but I had to let everyone know this is the best day of the week. Absolutely. Big shout out to Flo Dameron. Good to see you, homie. Yeah, I had to work today too, man. I just fought like tooth and nail to make sure everything was in order to be able to still pull this off. I love doing this stream. It's just an absolute blast. Good to see you, my friend. And is that it? Is that it? Have we crossed the finish line? Leave it to Stephen with the C. He's the man, the myth, the legend. He always makes sure we hit it each week. Big shout out to Stephen with the C. Hope everyone's getting hyped. The movie's getting closer. It's getting closer. And we'll chit chat a little bit about that sneak peek here in just a minute while we get the names pulling in the chat. Because I think that was the last one. Oh, one more book. Green Lantern Corps. I can't stress how important this book is. Like, it almost looks like just like a little extra book. Hey, if you want some more Green Lantern, here's some more Green Lantern. We got some more Green Lantern. Check out some Green Lantern. That's not what this is. This book is required reading if you're into Green Lantern stuff. Like, what's happening in this book I said in the last issue, I couldn't believe that there was a campy, jokey cover. I told Jeremy Adams this to his face. Like that was harmful to the success of this book. In the last issue, Thanagar was destroyed. Atrocitus returned. There were some massive things happening. John Stewart was present at the destruction of Thanagar side by side with Hawkgirl. We saw what happened last time a world was destroyed when it was unintentionally his fault. Like it shaped that character for years to come. And now you're having stuff like that, events of that magnitude happening. And it was revealed that the entire core of Thanagar was nth metal, which is one of the metals, DC metal, death metal, the metals. It's one of the one. And now there's an entire core of it. Wait till you see what happens in this issue. I literally did a page turn when I was reading this one. And I'm like, dude, you are kidding me right now. This can't be real. Are things this massive in scale actually happening in this title that people are sleeping on? And it's a new book. This is only issue 3, but I'm shook how far they're giving, how much rope they're giving these creators. Like they're doing massive things. What's happening in these books will have stuff that comes. This is source material now that stories will be built around later down the road. Massive things. What's going on, Hector? Hope you're doing good today. Massive things. But what they did in this issue, I'm like, that is insane. That's super cool. Highly recommend. If you were reading Green Lantern, you need to be reading Green Lantern Corps. I don't think you're going to get lost with Green Lantern, but you saw how it built up in Green Lantern, and they created this book out of necessity. We have a lot of lanterns. The Green Lantern universe is huge, and they're keeping it tight. They're keeping it concise, but it takes 2 books to do it. They're building up to this big Green Lantern thing with Sorrow, with the Starbreakers. They're present in this. You need to be reading this to keep up with the comings and goings of that. Like it's happening here. And then it'll go back and bleed into Green. It's all interconnected. Green Lantern Corps is too interconnected to ignore. You need to read it. Definitely need to read it. Loaders, what's going on, homie? What if Aquaman fought crime in a volcano in space? It's not really Aquaman, is it? It is. It is. And I'll tell you, I've talked about it countless times on this channel. Over the past 5 years, Aquaman starred in a book called Aquaman alongside Black Manta and Jackson Hyde, who was front running Aquaman, written by Chuck Brown. It was pretty solid. Wanted better. Before that, he didn't have an ongoing title, and he was in a 3-issue miniseries called Void Song, side by side with Flash, about an alien invasion happening over land. And then before that, he was in a book called Deep Target, which was a miniseries with Green Arrow, where they literally leave Earth and go to the moon to fight against these creatures that were a byproduct of this company using time platforms that they accidentally kind of Jeff Goldblum, The Fly kind of situation. Now dinosaurs are people kind of deal. And it was still Aquaman and him overcoming like his power. He isn't less strong because he's away from water. Like it's just different challenges, different sets of stuff. Like if all Aquaman ever did was stay in the ocean, he would still be Aquaman, but you're still leaving a lot of story on the table. Like leaving story on the table is stupid to me. Now, do I want Aquaman 90% of his books to be in that volcano? No. But do I want to see him have to go fight in a volcano? Hell yeah. I want both. But you don't need to lose the core of the character in the process. You can do things that you think are going to shake and rattle the core of the character, and that's a story. And then how you get back to the core is the other part of that story. Comics have been around for damn near 90 years. It hasn't all been done, but it almost has all been done. There is a status quo for each and every one of these characters, and it's fun to shake it, but not lose it. If you steer away from it, tell me the story of how we have to get back to it. It's not one or the other. These things aren't mutually exclusive. You can do both. You can do all of it. Now, if you're a lazy, crappy writer, you shouldn't attempt to try it because you're not going to do good at it. And some people, mileage may vary. I say it all the time. Mileage may vary. Some people might take it differently than others. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Some writers are good at having a social political narrative in their books, and some people suck at it because all they know how to do is just two on the nose. That's a perfect example. Politics have been in comics since forever. There's a difference between having good messaging and just being just like real world political. Like the difference is talent. So Mark Wade can tell a story and put a message in it where it doesn't matter where you land on the political side, you get the message out of it, not the politics out of it. That's the difference. It's the quality of the writer. Some can do it, some can't. I can't wait to watch the new Superman movie. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. I got my concerns, my worries, but I think it's just nerves. Three good nerds. What's going on, homie? I stand by the fact that Jason Aaron's run is made for people who hate the Punisher. I don't know. I don't hate the Punisher, and I loved it. With every heartbeat, we get closer to Superman. Facts. Green Lantern Corps is really good. Yeah, it is. Super good. Super good. So that's the last one that's on my DC pool for the week. My DC pool. We also got DC Vampires World War V is out this week. I don't do the vampire one because I'm such a DC stan. I love DC so much that this didn't do the DC Vampires didn't do it for me. It just feels like Timu deceased. Fire and Ice, number 1, when hell freezes over, getting another Fire and Ice series. But this answers the question where today's giveaway is from. The David Nakayama foil variant here is going to a new home. Somebody in the chat will be winning this book today. And phone ringing, don't need that. So let's get ready to spin this prize wheel and see what we're adding into today's giveaway. Make sure I didn't miss any on here. I like not being restricted by time too. There it is. This is out today in just a regular reprint foil, and this I thought was super interesting. This blank cover. Look at that trade dress on that. Imagine if you were a talented artist and you were able to actually put your own work onto that. That is super dope. That is super dope. I think that's really cool. A lot of creative freedom can be had with that. All right, let me stop sharing this, and we're going to pull up the prize wheel. Share screen, prize wheel. Yeah, share that. That's what I want. Let me add it to the stage. So there are still 2 Ollie's packs available, which are the mystery comic packs with 5 in there. We got the Superman Doomsday collected volume, Batman Earth 1 collected volume, and Aquaman volume 1. So I've had 2 of all of these, plus the Swamp Thing's been one already, and Aquaman's been one already, a couple of Ollie's packs. So this is what's left. So I'm going to shuffle this thing just to mix them all up on there and give it a spin. And this is going to be getting added into today's giveaway. Let's see what's going in there. Start dropping that hashtag if you haven't already, folks. Boom, we've been talking Superman, so that's Superman Doomsday is going in there. So stop sharing that. And let me get the giveaway tool up. One thing leads to another. Giveaway. Give it away now. Any Chili Pepper fans out there? Oh, love me some Red Hot Chili Peppers. Phenomenal band. All right, already got 27 people showing up as entered. Let me share that up there so everyone can see who wins. Got to keep this above board. That's the goal. We'll keep it above board. So Superman Doomsday is getting added in their gorgeous cover. This one collects Dan Jurgens, Jerry Ordway, and others. You're going to get the Epic Saga, Death and Return of Superman Collected Doomsday Annual number 1, Superman The Doomsday Wars 1 through 3, and Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey 1 through 3. He is relentless. He is unstoppable. He is Doomsday. Got the awesome bloody S on the back. That's getting added in there today along with that Fire and Ice issue 1, the David Nakayama foil version, and Aquaman number 4, David Nakayama variant. All that's going to one lucky winner. Make sure y'all get that hashtag in there. 38 months strong. Dale of Suspense. I appreciate you, my friend. Been a wrench, a moderator on the channel. A1 from day one. Love you, my dude. I appreciate you. Such a ridiculous movie appearance. Which one? I missed it. Back in high school, I was a fan of Chili Peppers. Listened to their music all the time. Yeah, they've been around. They've been rocking for a while, haven't they? I feel Superman Day should be a holiday. In fact, I'm taking that day off work anyways. There you go. I love the Chili Peppers. Yeah, there we go. We got some in the chat. Yeah. Marvel's Blood Hunt was meh, and some books even trash. Hulk Blood Hunt 1 off. Yeah, dude, I started reading that Hulk Blood Hunt 1. I'm like, I don't care. I'm reading the Hulk series, but I just had to drop it. Not drop it. I just had to close the book. Said it's not servicing the main story. I'm out. Marvel had a genius way to reboot all their characters, including the Punisher, and they are going to waste it 1000%. I don't even know what specific one you're referring to, but the term Marvel and wasted in the same sentence, I agree. They got so much potential, they waste. 42 months strong. Member milestone chat from Jonathan, aka Collectibles to Astonish. Big shout out and thank you to you too, homie. 42 months strong. 21 month from the adventurous one, Joseph Michaels. Cue that Superman theme. There we go. The peppers in the movie The Chase. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Flea's been in a lot of movies. The Resurrection Mutants from the Krakoa era. Oh, yeah. They could have done that. They most definitely could. That reminds me, Ron B's about to be bringing Resurrection Man back to DC Comics. I'm excited for that. Ron B killing it with the New Gods. The New Gods. If I told y'all you need to read one book, it might just be New Gods. And I know a lot of people might not want to hear this because this is a creator that divides the fandom. You either love him or you just find reasons that don't actually make logical sense to hate him. Tom King's Wonder Woman, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Holy potatoes. Both of those books right now are just no business being as good as they are. It's wild. See how many people we got in here? We got up to 31. We got 40 watching. Drop that hashtag one more time. Follow the adventurous one's lead. If you dropped it, drop it again just in case you might be one of the ones that it didn't pick up on their hashtag entry. Don't want anyone missing out. And then I'll get these books out. Hopefully this week, might be next week. This work schedule is a little crazy. It's a little crazy. Alan, quit playing games. Drop the hashtag proper, homie. If you win, I don't have to mail it. So that'd be great. And as always, the rules of the game go, it's free shipping in the United States. International shipping gets expensive. Can't do that all the time. So free shipping in the United States. If you are an international and you're a channel member, it's still free shipping. All channel members get the free shipping. And because you pay to be a channel member, that's your, yeah. And if you're international, you can still enter and you can either prize tag somebody or I'll give you $10 shipping credit and you can decide to pay the difference or prize tag somebody. Up to you. Well, that's the way it goes. Diabetes, Comics, and Insulin. What is going on? Good to see you in here. Thank you for joining. All right, I'm going to give this just a few more seconds. The Superman movie sneak peek. We got the extended crypto footage. Man, crypto's kind of been a phenomenon all on his own, The whole fandom, Superman fan, I don't even want to call it the Superman fandom. I don't think the Superman fandom is divided at all. I think they stand skeptical of the whole thing. But the general audience is divided. It seems like there's a lot, like a Snyder, James Gunn fandom beef going on. When Zack Snyder co-signs this movie, guys, co-signs James Gunn, he's excited about it. He's very public about all this stuff. So that's weird that being a Snyder fan, you think you're not allowed to be excited for this movie. I'm a huge Snyder fan, diehard Snyder fan, but I don't think it's one or the other. But man, I think the marketing for this movie is goofy. That's what I think. Knowing what we've seen from this trailer of the beaten up Superman, the people complaining about the sunlight hurting him, the inconsistency with the robots, don't think us. We don't have any consciousness. And then the very next second, the robot laughing and being giddy. I get it. That's supposed to be a joke. It's not funny. It's goofy to me. But the fact I think this second trailer that I believe is probably going to drop sometime next week. Saw a little thing that said it's looking like the trailer's next week. James Gunn last week was saying that he was cutting in the final trailer. I think that trailer's going to blow us all away. And there's been a lot of stuff about that we've seen. I think is weird marketing. It looks a little goofy. But I think he's holding back everything that we're wanting to see. We've gotten that 1 second little clip of him flying in and protecting and saving that little girl. That's what I want to see in marketing. That hopeful, that holy crap, that the goosebump moments, that iconic stuff, that Americana. And he's just showing us this beaten up Superman, this Superman fighting for his life kind of Superman. That's fine. We see him in a cage. We see him being grabbed by Ultraman and screaming. We see him saying ouchie because he's getting sunlight on him, which I get that, by the way. It makes perfect sense. Those robots said you have multiple broken bones and a punctured lung. It had to hurt when they got broken. They're going to hurt to break back into place and stuff. But I want to see like the iconic shot, the bum 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 kind of look. And I think that's obviously all we're missing. Man, that's what I'm looking forward to. They give us that, and I'm all on board. I don't like that we have so many characters still. It doesn't mean it doesn't ain't gonna work. It's gonna work just fine. I think we're gonna still think we're gonna do a bastardized Kingdom Come for this. I'm not saying that in like a negative light, but the whole these new heroes are gonna be the fad, the cool ones, antiquated Superman, old morals and traditional value kind of stuff doesn't work no more. And this movie's gonna show you why they do work and why they're a necessity. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. So I hate trailers, just watch it. I like trailers. I like trailers a lot. What's going on, Perry? Good to see you and your homie. Hola to you, good sir. But all the doubt, all the skepticism is coming from a lack of Superman. Not a lack of literally Superman, a lack of that essence, like what me and Billy kind of been talking about, like what I've been saying with when we steer from the core of these characters, like we're ready to see that truth, justice, and the American way vibes coming off this movie. Not just the Superman gets beat up. Like, dude, Superman always gets beat up. We know he's going to get beat up. That's how a story, like, I'm a good guy. Oh, no, there's a bad guy. I got to stop him. Oh, it didn't work the first time. I got to regroup and come back. We get it. That's a story. We know it's going to happen. Like Zod beat up on Superman. Like they fought Steppenwolf and lost and come. That's the way a story plays out. The villains don't only meet the heroes and villains only clash one time in the story. It's at least two. You had Infinity War, then Endgame. All right, J-Man, take it easy, homie. Which gym? You gotta let me know. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Man, that second trailer, I think they got something special planned for it, guys. I think they got something really, really special planned for it. I think it's gonna make the skeptics lean a little bit more positive, and I think it's gonna make the haters look stupid. For the record, if you are just a hater, you look stupid a lot. For the record, just throwing that out there. I like to be a little cynical. I like to come with good arguments, though. But people who just hate on things to hate on things, there aren't as many people out there that just do that as some might like to think. Most people have good reasons that they're hating on something. But if you're just a hater to be a hater, you look stupid a lot. It's hard to hate on stuff that's actually good. And I'm hoping that he makes the haters look stupid. Because it sure sucked to put this much effort, energy, time, money, resources into a movie and it doesn't pull it off. That would be wild. Hope that's not the case. The robots make sense if you look. 4 is no personality, but 12 more advanced as a personality. That's why they're different. What do they build it a personality? Has it got a new one? I noticed the robots had slightly different designs to their faces and stuff. It's referring to Jim Hayes. I wrote down Jim Hayes just in case. I'm very excited for the new Superman. I am too, man. I want it to be good so bad. And those the little photo that went up of the toys and stuff, that 4-figure box in the top, you can see Metamorpho is spot on to the comic. Spot on. All right, we're past time. Let's spin this thing. Everyone had plenty of time to get in there. At 34 entered. Good luck to everybody. Free shipping in the U.S., free shipping worldwide for channel members. If you're outside the U.S., prize tag or you get a shipping credit. The winner is Diabetes, Comics, and Insulin. Congratulations, homie. And as a reminder, you won today's giveaway of brand new DC Comics featuring artwork by David Nakayama, including the foil Fire and Ice and Aquaman #4, and the bonus prize of Superman Doomsday Collected Volume. So just reach out to me on the socials, on the social medias. Prize tag to Jim Hayes. Yeah, I'm glad I wrote down Jim Hayes. There you go. So Jim Hayes, let me know you're out there. Message me on Instagram where you would like your prize sent. If you're not on Instagram, message me on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, message me on X. If you're not on X, email me. The email should be listed on the YouTube somewhere here. legionofcomics17@gmail.com. But I need to know where to mail it to. You're a first-time winner, so I don't have any contact stuff. So big shout out to Jim Hayes. Thank you to Diabetes, Comics, and Insulin. If he doesn't claim it, send it to Catman Catman Comics Man. Cat Fan Comics Man. There's Jim. Boom. Yeah, Jim. Big shout out to you. Congrats, homie. So yeah, just let me know where you're going to message me so I know where to go and look. It's hard for me to keep up with all these things. But big shout out to J-Med, who was willing to pay it forward, and big shout out to Diabetes Comics and Insulin, who did pay it forward. And congrats to you. IG, perfect. Awesome sauce. Thank you so much. Yeah, just Legion of Comics on IG. I think it's Legion Comics 17. Whatever. You'll find it. It's got the same logo. And congrats, homie. Get it out to you ASAP. Might be a couple of days before it hits the mail because of Masters. But hey, thank you to everybody who come and hung out today. This was super fun. I needed this, guys. I needed this. Been working my butt off. Super excited about this stuff. Some great books coming out. And if you're a channel member, be on the lookout. I think I'm going to aim to do a member stream this evening. It's getting close to my meal time. I'm doing that intermittent fasting thing. So I eat between like 6 and 8 or 5:30 and 7:30 kind of thing. Got like a little window. So I think right after I eat, I'm going to go live and open this mail on the porch. I'm excited to open it. It's a conclusion of a massive chase, and it'd be fun to have some friends hang out. So if you're a channel member and you got some recent pickups or some stuff, bring them. We'll just kind of do a hangout and look at what we picked up and stuff like that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So that's going to do it for today. Until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.
All that ends right now!